Hello everybody, and here is your Sci 102B announcements. I hope everyone had a great weekend, so let's jump right on in. Here is Mrs. Larkin and mine's contact information. If you have any comments, questions, or concern, please contact us. We would be more than happy to help you out. So here are some announcements and some grade breakdowns. As you know, on Thursday we had the 4E exam, which was all multiple choice, so we provided all the class recordings next to the related questions. Everything was covered in class. We're not trying to hide anything from you, so make sure that when you get stuck, you use the recordings. Also, it is impossible to pass without the labs exams on STAR 360, which are worth an entire 75% of your grade. So if you haven't completed any of these essential assignments here, the 1D lab, 2E exam, 3C lab report, and finally the 4E exam, make sure you are completing those because each one of those right now is worth about 16% of your grade, including the STAR 360. If you haven't completed your STAR 360, please make sure that you complete that. So far in my class, I've seen a lot of students completing that STAR 360, and you guys have been doing an awesome job. So continue on that. If you haven't done that, please make sure that you get that done. Also, with the 4E exam, again, if you get stuck, use those recordings that we've given you right next to each question. And if you can't figure it out, then obviously contact us and we'd be happy to help you out. Another announcement, quarter 3 extension has ended. So as of last Friday, which was May 8th, quarter 3 has ended. So if you're not passing quarter 3 courses, you will then receive an F on your report card. So if you have gotten what your final grade would be, then you know your final grade. Obviously, those who did not pass the quarter 3 exams will need to retake that particular class. So for quarter 4 report cards, though, there will not be any Fs on your report card. We will then grade you as a no grade, which means they won't affect your transcripts or your GPA. So that is, instead of giving those Fs, we will have no grade. But unfortunately, you will be required to retake the class next year if you did not get an A or D. A through D, actually, not A or D, and A through D. So it is important that you do continue working with the quarter 4 grades and make sure that you get all of this stuff in. Now, just go back. I know notes are important and all, but just please make sure that you are focusing in on these green essential assignments and this STAR 360, which I'm going to talk about in the next slide. So, STAR 360 reminder, please make sure that you complete the STAR 360 every quarter. So even if you have taken it the past 3 quarters, you still need to take it this quarter. Again, I do want to give you props because I noticed that in my class that you have all have at least attempted it. So please make sure that you complete it all. You need to do both reading and math. You can ignore the early literacy, that is for primary grades. So do not do early literacy, but complete both reading and math. These are worth 200 points, again, giving you that 10% on your overall grade. Without those essential assignments in STAR 360, you cannot pass the class. Now you may ask yourself, how do I find it? If you find it in your Sci 102B class webpage, you look under grades, you look down, and you will see a graded item called STAR 360, and it will say 10% of your grade. You go ahead and look for this website blue hyperlink right here, and once you have done that, then you just click on that and away you go. If you do not know your username or password, your username is your K-12 student ID number, so make sure that you have that handy, and your password is simply your first name and the last 3 digits of your student ID number. Remember, it is the name that you were registered with, so it is not a nickname or a preferred name. It is the name that you registered with Insight School. Okay, so just remember that. Again, any questions, please feel free to contact Mrs. Larkin or I. Now remember, if you did complete the STAR 360 through your Sci 102B class webpage, you have now completed for all your classes. Okay, so don't feel like you have to go to each one of your classes and complete STAR 360. Once you've completed it once, you are good to go with all your classes. Okay. All right, so let's look at these fun clubs. So you have a couple of clubs and support groups this week. So on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, 3:30, you have the social club. Remember, permission slips are required. I will have a hyperlink for those permission slips under these announcements. So just look for that, fill it out, and turn it into Mrs. Terraza. Thursday, 5:14 at 3:30, you will have the gaming club. All of you gamers out there who love to talk about your games, this is the place for you. Permission slips are required because you will be possibly sharing your gaming handles or your gaming names or whatever it may be. So you will need a permission slip. Again, I will give you that hyperlink under these announcements in our announcement section of our class webpage. Here is the Q4 club schedule, just to kind of give you a brief overview to make sure that if you're not missing anything on these clubs. So I'm just going to give you a moment to look at those. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. Again, if you have any questions, we're more than happy to help you out. So just email us. So how to get our permission slips. For the gaming club, all members are required for those permission slips because it is a new club. Now, if you've already turned in your gaming club permission slip, then you're good to go. But if you, since this is a new club, all members will need to be required for those slips. Again, these are different permission slips than for the social club. If you have a permission slip in for the social club, you do not have a permission slip in for the gaming club, and vice versa. For the social club, if you were belonged to it last quarter, then you are fine. You are good to go. But if you are a new member, you will be required to have a permission slips. So just to be aware of that. Again, we will have those supplied to you at the bottom of this video and in the announcement section of our class webpage. All you need to do is send it to Mrs. Terraza. There is her email address. Just go ahead and print it, sign, scan, and then email it back. There's also a way, if you do not have a printer, to download it to your phone using the pen tool to sign and select that plus, to use text features or type name or an ID number, and then email it back. Okay? If you're pretty savvy with your phone, then this might be the way to do it for you. All right. Last thing, any questions, please contact us. We would be more than happy to help you out. If you have other questions, again, we are here for you. So just contact us and we would be happy to help you out. I hope everybody has a great week and we will see you in class.